Hey everyone! So as you can tell, we're going to be doing Metallica discography ranked.
Yep.
Last time we did the Beatles. We had some surprising differences and some surprising similarities. But this time, it's going to be a little different. We don't know each other's rankings for this video. We kind of guess what each other's like bottom and top is, but the between we have absolutely no idea. So we're both going to be surprised by each other's responses. Before we get into it, spinning behind us is Garage Inc. We decided not to include this because it's just covers. So technically speaking, it's a Metallica album, but we're not including it in this, and we're also not including like Lulu because that's just not a Metallica album.
Yeah, or S&M.
Yeah, any of the live stuff.
But this is such a great album.
Yeah, oh definitely.
I think this is like the best covers album ever made. I mean, there's like 25 songs on here.
That's a lot.
It's crazy.
So yeah,
We've got all of these.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do our list.
The only Metallica album on vinyl that we don't have is Saint Anger.
And I refuse to purchase that for like $20. I'd say if I'm not gonna add it to the collection unless I can get it for like $10 or $12 or it's free.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a completist, but I just don't feel right paying $25 for that album.
Yeah, because it's not that great of an album.
Nope.
So, let's go ahead and get started. Since we're talking about Saint Anger, I chose that as my number 10.
So did I.
Okay. I don't think that comes as a surprise to anybody who's listened to all the Metallica albums.
There are, like, 3 songs on that album that I think are awesome songs. That would be Saint Anger, Unnamed Feeling, and, Some Kind of Monster? No, not Frantic.
Yeah, you know, I was about to say Frantic.
Unnamed
that
Feeling.
Song is just so funny.
Unnamed Feeling is an amazing song.
Yeah. Those songs are good. They just don't stand out to me. So that album's just at the bottom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
the album cover's pretty cool though.
I do like the fist. And I like the red. I like the barbed wire. So that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
And number 9 for me is Hardwired.
Me too.
Okay. So we do have the same number 9. When this album art was released, I cringed
All we
hard.
could do is laugh.
Yeah. It's okay, but like...
It's odd.
Half of the
songs...
songs...
Those are cringy.
Yeah, those are bad.
Those fucking pictures are bad.
That's bad. Half of the songs are okay, and then half are bad. So for me, it's just like...
Yeah.
I'd rather not.
I think half of this album is really good.
Yeah.
There's 12 songs, and like literally like 6 of them I love.
Mm-hmm.
Hardwired Atlas, Now That We're Dead, Moth, Dream No More, Here Comes Revenge, and Spit Out the Bone.
I will say, like, some of the music videos for the songs are pretty cool, but as a whole, the album, not impressed.
Yeah, you like that music video for Here Comes Revenge with that cartoon wolf.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Spit Out the Bone, I gotta say, is like their thrashiest song since probably Justice for All, though.
Yeah.
So, half of it I really, really, really like.
And that half, I think, is just, it's okay.
Alright.
Yeah. It's just kind of a big disappointment because we waited so long for a new Metallica album, and that one was just kind of like decent. It wasn't amazing,
Yeah.
So.
Alright.
Okay, so let's get into number 8. Josh, you ready to brace yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. My number 8 is Reload.
What?
Yeah. Just because, I don't know, I just like all the other ones more. It's good. Like, this isn't on, like, Hardwired or Saint Anger level for me. Because, obviously it has, like, Fuel, The Memory Remains, and I like Better Than You, and Unforgiven too. But, I don't know, I feel like a lot of the songs are filler, if I'm being completely honest. I feel like there's some bangers on here, and then the other ones are good, but it's not banger after banger after banger. And the other Metallica albums that I ranked higher, they are banger after banger after banger, so that's kind of why this is so low. It's good songs, good music, but I'm just like, meh.
All right.
So that's my number 8 pick.
Okay. My number 8 pick is kind of surprising too, because I really, really, really like this album. It's Death Magnetic.
Dang.
I know, I love this album, but I just like all the other ones more. Yeah. Every song on here is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, I think my favorite song is probably Unforgiven 3.
That's a really good song.
Yeah. Yeah, this is such a really good album.
I really do, like, I'll talk about it more when I get to it, but I love the aesthetics of that album.
Me too.
I kind of like, the whole grave, army, everything, all that kind of blending together.
I don't like the production of it.
Really?
Yeah, it's too loud.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is an awesome album. It's just not my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my next one.
All right. So number 7 for me is Load.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, dude. I just like all the other ones more. Yeah. Okay. In my defense, though, I do love every song off Load. It's just that all the other albums, I love all those songs even more.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this has got, like, one of my top 3 Metallica songs ever on it, which is King Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I also love that music video.
Yeah.
This also got, Thorn Within, Outlaw Torn, everything like that. I think the album art's pretty cool for Load. I don't really like the album art for Reload.
Really, you don't like the piss in the blood?
No. I just like this.
You like the semen in the blood?
Right.
All right.
And I don't know. Honestly, if I'm being, 100% honest, I forget about Load and Reload a lot. When I think about listening to Metallica, I think about Kill 'Em All, I think about Ride the Lightning, I think about a lot of their early stuff. I don't really think about their 90s stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I just prefer 80s Metallica over 90s Metallica, personally. So
Alright.
that's kind of why Load and Reload are a bit low on my list.
Alright, you don't know my list, do you?
No.
So this next one's probably surprising.
Oh no, I'm
My
scared.
next one is
Uh-oh.
the Black Album.
Metallica fans are screaming everywhere.
I don't know. Obviously, every song on here is great.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite song is easily My Friend in Misery.
Mm-hmm.
That bass in there. Yeah. I mean, I just feel like, I don't know. I just like the other ones better. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of hate the Wasted album cover.
It's kind of hard to rank albums or the discography of a band that you've listened to everything so much and everything is, it's kind of hard to discriminate, honestly, between the albums. It's like, yeah, this song belongs to this album, but whatever,
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to rank albums when every single song is great.
Yeah.
And that so well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my next one.
I mean, I'm not really surprised coming from you because you've always kind of knocked the Black Album a little bit. A little bit more than the regular Metallica fan.
It's just because, I mean, I understand, man, it takes away from it a lot.
Yeah. Alright, well, you are going to cringe so hard at my next one, dude. You don't even know.
Alright.
Okay. So this is number 6, right?
Number 5. Wait.
This is 6.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my god, for real?
I'm sorry, dude.
Damn.
Okay, but like I said, it's hard. It's really hard to rank. You just got to go with your favorite songs and songs that you've always listened to. Because I mean, we've both been listening to Metallica ever since we got into music. I know for me, I remember wearing a Metallica shirt in the 3rd grade.
Mm.
It's just, and I used to listen to Metallica all the time with my dad. But if I listen to Metallica, I mean, sometimes I gravitate towards this album, but the majority of the time I gravitate towards my top 5.
Mm-hmm.
But Blackened is one of my favorite Metallica songs.
Yeah.
So it was also kind of hard for me to put this down here. I do love the frickin' album art. I think that's dope. I love the statue and everything. And Shortest Straw is also up there in my Metallica songs. So at least it's not at the bottom. But like I said, it's really hard to do this. But I had to go with my gut for this one. So yeah, that's my number 6.
All right. My number 6 is probably very surprising too, because this is in probably everybody's top 5.
Oh man.
It's Ride the Lightning.
Yeah.
Mainly because I don't like the guitar tone on it. It's a little too bassy for me.
Yeah.
Like Kill 'Em All was like all treble.
Mm-hmm.
This tone is a little bit too dense for me.
Yeah.
But still a great album. Just not in my top 5. I think.
Go ahead.
No, what were you gonna say?
I just love the blue. I really do.
Me too. Best Metallica album cover maybe.
I don't know, dude. Kill 'Em All has my heart, I think.
Yeah.
But it's up there in like the top 3.
I think my favorite song on here is Trapped Under Ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many great songs on here though.
Yeah,
it's just not in my top 5.
That's okay. Everybody has their preferences.
Yeah. So yeah, Ride the Lightning.
All right. I don't know if this next one would come as a surprise to anybody. This has always been in my top 5, and it's already been discussed. But Death Magnetic. I was kind of surprised how much I liked this album when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, what came before this?
Saint Anger.
Saint Anger, yeah. So, as a Metallica fan, it was kind of hard to anticipate what was next. But this reminds me a lot of spending time with my dad, so it's got kind of like a nostalgic thing for me. But Cyanide is 100% my favorite song off this album.
Yeah.
Incredible, and love the music videos from this. Mm-hmm. Unforgiven 3, I was also hesitant about because I was like, oh, like Unforgiven 1 and 2 are so amazing. Do they really need to do a 3? But then I was also really surprised how amazing it was. Mm-hmm. So, number 5.
All right. Yeah, this album is special to me too because I remember I used to play Guitar Hero 3 like all day, every day, and they put out like when this album came out, they put out like a whole pack that you could buy on the PlayStation that had this whole album. It would add all the songs on the Guitar Hero, so that was really cool. All right. My next one is Reload.
Oh, dang, dude.
I have such a special connection with this album. If I didn't have a history with this album, it wouldn't be in my top 5. Mm-hmm. But I remember just like every morning before middle school, I'd have this like shitty CD player in my bathroom, and this would be like the only CD that I had. This and like Bullet for My Valentine, The Poison, or something like that.
Yeah.
And I just used to listen to this one every single morning, and it just get me ready for the day and stuff.
Yeah.
So I have like a special connection with it, I guess.
Yeah. You know why I think you like Load and Reload so much?
Why?
Because of Jason.
Jason Newsted, yeah. He's my favorite Metallica bassist.
Yeah.
I love Cliff, but Jason is my favorght. I mean, he brought so much to the band.
Yeah.
The backing vocals and the anger.
Yeah.
I don't know, the songs that you think are filler, I love.
Yeah.
You probably think that like Better Than You is filler.
No, I like Better Than You, but like other ones like Carpe Diem.
Slither is amazing.
I don't know.
Prince Charming. I mean, Devil's Dance. I think my favorite is probably Slither. There are more like songs. Obviously, there's like songs that I don't like listen to like all the time, like Fixer and Where the Wild Things Are. But you know, this would be my number 5. Mm-hmm. I really like the album cover.
I don't.
All right.
Okay, now on to top 4. I knew that this album would be in my top 4. I just knew it would be up there. Another sentimental album, because this is the album I kind of first learned to play guitar to. Fade to Black was one of the very first songs I wanted to learn.
Not the rhythm, the solo.
Yeah, the solo.
This fuck got the solo down.
Yeah.
In the beginning, that beginning solo.
So yeah, I mean that holds a special place in my heart. But like I said, 80s Metallica has my heart. I do love 90s Metallica, but Metallica had the 80s. Megadeth had the 90s.
I agree.
This is just up there with the best Metallica albums, in my opinion. You know, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Fade to Black. Even, I love, you know, Creeping Death, Call of Cthulhu, everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's banger after banger after banger. And that's why it's up there in the top. These top 4, top 5, pretty much I decide because if it's banger after banger after banger, then it's got to be up there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's why it's up there for me. And like I said, the album art, I mean, I have the t-shirt with that on it and I wear it all the time because it's amazing.
What about Lars's mustache?
Not a fan
of that. Do you like
that? Not a fan of that.
Do you like Kirk's dirty socks?
I do like his dirty socks.
Okay.
I don't like the mustache. I like the dirty socks.
All right.
Personal preferences, like I said.
All
right.
I heard they had like one pair of socks each, and they had to just keep wearing them every day. That's why they were so dirty.
That's disgusting.
Yes.
But it was the 80s. It was a different time.
All right. My next one would be Load. Is it surprising that Load and Reload are in my top 5?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of surprising for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Look at that back picture though. That's really cool.
Look at Lars though.
I know.
I don't know.
A little cartoon or something.
Lars is such a funny person to make fun of.
They all got cigars. Okay, so a lot of Metallica fans hate when like they cut their hair, and like I could see that for like Kirk because his hair looks kind of weird, and maybe Lars.
Yeah.
But when James cut his hair, I mean, James with that short like brownish orange like haircut like that, he looks the most badass to me.
James is the only person I really know that can rock a handlebar.
Yeah, handlebar mustache. Yeah.
I really think he's the only person I don't know him, but
look at that picture of him right there. He looks fucking cool. You know.
Yeah.
Lars doesn't. He looks like a mom.
He looks like Jack Nicholson
right
there.
Yeah.
With earrings.
But yeah, when James cut his hair, I think it looked fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this album is more angry than Reload.
Yeah.
And this has like maybe, I mean, like there's songs on here that are in like my top 3 and 5 Metallica songs. Definitely Bleeding Me. Definitely Outlaw Torn, and Until It Sleeps. Those are amazing songs.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can like get this close enough to the camera or not though, but
Go ahead.
look at Lars's eyeliner. Look at that. He's got like the full thing going.
Which one? Oh yeah.
Right there.
He looks like Villa.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we on? Number 3? I think so.
Yes.
All right. We're in the top 3 now. This probably doesn't surprise anybody, and it's already been talked about. But the Black Album, I do think that was a huge missed opportunity. Like,
for the cover.
Yeah, for the cover. Yeah. Like, that's the best y'all got. But even though this album is like the album that, like, if you don't listen to every Metallica album, but you like Metallica, this is the album you listen to, and this is what we call the Walmart like kind of thing. When we talk about people's like artists' album, it's like the album that people buy in Walmart because it's like their most popular. Yeah. It's kind of a weird analogy, but
like AC/DC is a Walmart band.
It's the most user-friendly album.
Yeah.
Because like if you're just getting into Metallica, this is the album like people would listen to. But besides that, I mean, like, you can't deny, like, A Wolf and Man, The God That Fell, My Friend of Misery, banger after banger after banger, like I said. And that's pretty much all I got to say about it.
All right.
Favorite song? Hard to say, but I'm going to have to go with Unforgiven.
Solid. Yeah. Okay. My number 3... would be Kill 'Em All.
Nice.
I like this album. It's in my top 3 because it's so angry and it's so raw, and the guitar tone is really good. And Dave Mustaine wrote a lot of the songs. I like Megadeth more than Metallica, so yeah, just like If there were, like, honestly, if I could take off the bass solo anesthesia, I would. I don't know. It's just filler. I don't want to. I don't know.
I'm triggered right now.
Yes.
I'm triggered.
But, like, songs like Jump in the Fire and Phantom Lord and Metal Militia, Motor Breath, they're all great songs. And that picture is so cool, too.
Mm-hmm.
If only that was Dave.
Oh, salty.
Yeah, this insert's really cool, too. Look at that picture of them on stage right there. But if that was Dave, then we wouldn't have Megadeth.
Yeah. Truth.
So, yeah. Kill 'Em All is my number
Finding some light
3.
in the dark.
What?
Finding some light in the dark.
Yeah. Alright. The album cover is so cool, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alright, hand it over, because that's my number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, let's keep talking about it, because if you've done the math, and you may not have, but if you've been keeping up with our lists, you can already kind of guess what our first ones are, maybe. But obviously mine, because you know this is my number 2. We don't know what your number 2 is yet.
Mm-hmm.
But Cliff is my man. Like, Cliff is one of my favorite bassists of all time. So if this album was not in my top 2, then I wouldn't be able to call myself a fan of Cliff. Kill 'Em All is like the album I go to. Pretty much when I think about listening to Metallica, I want to listen to this album. One of the best, maybe my favorite, I'll be safe, one of the best debuts of all time.
Yeah.
Is this album, for sure. And yeah, love Cliff. Just, God, I don't even know what my favorite song would be. Maybe Seek and Destroy, maybe Jump in the Fire, maybe Whiplash. I don't know.
It's such a fun album to play guitar along with.
And the simplistic, yet, like, I love the contrast in the album cover and, you know, the iconic logo. Can't beat it. So
right.
That's my number 2.
Alright. My number 2...
I know what it
is Master of Puppets. I had a real hard time deciding if this was my number 1 or my number 2. This is actually an original pressing.
Prepare yourself.
Yeah, it's really sad. We got this from a record store around here, and it was just sitting on the floor, and we were like, holy shit, that's like an OG Master of Puppets.
Yeah.
For cheap. It wasn't like expensive or anything. But...
So obviously we were like, oh my god, we have to get that. And, you know, we picked it up, and we were like, oh god, I can't believe it's, you know, it's really, you know, it's an OG press.
It's got the insert and everything, and then... Look at that. Oh. That is a tragedy.
Metal fans are cringing everywhere.
And it's in, like, good condition, too. It's just that there's a whole fucking chunk taken out of it. I don't even like looking at it.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Let's put it away.
It was so cheap though. We still got it just because it's still kind of cool to have an original press of it.
We couldn't let it sit there.
And the cover is in pretty good shape, so maybe if we find just a record one time or a better record for cheap, we can replace it.
Yeah.
But
very sad.
Had to get this black into reissue too.
Yeah.
Awesome album cover. I like the little details, like the soldier helmet and the dog tag.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. And gotta give it to Cliff for the Misfits shirt.
You mean gotta give it to Cliff? Period.
Yeah. Oh, and James for the Misfits shirt.
Yeah.
Nice. Favorite song on here? Damage Incorporated. Definitely.
Yeah.
That song is so angry. Yeah. And this, actually, it's funny. This picture of Kirk right here on the back, I heard that he's vegetarian and somebody threw a ham sandwich at him on stage. And it got all over his guitar and all he could smell was ham. So that's why he has that pouty face. Yeah. Perfect album.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get any more perfect than this.
Right.
There's literally not a flaw on this whole album.
And that's why it's my number 1.
Alright.
I don't really have much else to say. That's my number 1. all the songs, it's really hard for me to choose a favorite song. I think Orion is an underrated Metallica song.
Mm-hmm.
I know because it's instrumental, you know, a lot of people are like, skip. But for me, like, I never skip that song.
No.
Oh, God. Honestly, my favorite might be Welcome Home.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's an amazing Metallica song.
Any song that you pick on here that's your favorite is a solid choice.
Yeah, you could pick any random song off this and you'd be pleased. And like I said, Cliff's my man. That's why the albums that he's on are in my top. So yeah, gotta give it to Master of Puppets. That's my favorite Metallica album. My number one. Always and forever.
Okay, and my number one is And Justice for All. One that was like in your like bottom 5.
Sorry.
They just on this album they just like the musicianship and the technicality of the songs have like they've never done it again, and they never did it before. I mean, there's so many different like time changes and different like 20 different riffs in one song, stuff like that. It's just crazy. I mean, and the drums on this album,
they're incredible.
The drums on this album are insane. And obviously James's voice, I think, is at his peak on this album. And I think Metallica were at their peak touring on this album. Like, from the Seattle 1989 concert. I think that's their best concert ever. I think my favorite song is Harvester of Sorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Yeah, and it's also the introduction of Jason.
Yeah.
But he's not heard on here. And I wish they would remix this album and somehow get the bass on there.
Yeah.
They've been doing, you know, those big box set reissues of all their albums? They're about to do And Justice for All. And the original producer, like, asked Metallica if he could, like, remix the album for them to put it out and put the bass back on it, and they said no.
Dang.
So, anyway.
Dang. That's
really
a shame.
cool. It's definitely a James and Lars show on this album.
Yeah.
But, you know, the riffs are just crazy. So yeah, that's my number one.
Alright. So what did you think of our list this go around? What's your favorite Metallica album? So ours were Master of Puppets and And Justice for All, but I imagine that some people probably put Ride the Lightning, Black Album, you know, you never know. So let us know what your favorite Metallica album is in the comments, and we will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.